I keep forgetting to do this, so I might as well just do it now. So, I ended up saying in the last video that I would end up doing a plush showcase, and then my phone ended up dying. Yeah, this is that plush showcase, so without any further delay, let's get started. So up here we have all my Mario plushies with like with a little painting picture and just a bunch of other little guys. I got Captain Toad, Toadette, Buckenberry a la gold, little Five Below Toad keychain because I didn't have a red Toad at the time. Mario, Peach, Daisy, Luigi, Red Yoshi, Blue Yoshi, Yarn Yoshi amiibo. Also, I had a teddy bear, well, kind of a teddy bear that was dressed up like Elvis. I took the sunglasses off and I put them on this Blue Yoshi so that he would be more like Boshi from Super Mario RPG. And we have Yoshi, which I think I ended up getting from Dave & Buster's. Oh yeah, I did. Up next we got the Mario others. We got Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Shy Guy, Bullet Bill, Koopa Troopa, Wario, this really goofy looking baby Wario, Fire Luigi, Tanuki Luigi, little Mario keychain, old as hell, Blooper, Tanuki Mario, Fire Mario, Rosalina, Bowser, Baby Waluigi, which this plush is a bootleg. I think the other one is too. And this came out before Baby Waluigi was actually a thing in Mario Tennis Fever, so that's interesting. Bomb. Oh yeah, Yellow Yoshi's kind of fallen off here. Fun fact, the oldest plushies out of all of these that I have is either Yellow Yoshi or Yellow Toad. I ended up having really old plushies of Mario and Luigi, but I ended up getting better ones, and I take it that I just either trashed them or gave them away. Which is kind of unfortunate, but I have too many of these already, so I have to get rid of some. And up next we have all of my Pokemon. This is going to take a minute to get through. We have Rayquazas that I found at a flea market, Emolga, Pichu, Wobbuffet, Bonsley, Sylveon, Eevee, Oshawott, Riolu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Chimchar, Rowlet, and Jigglypuff. And guess which one of these was my very first? That's right, Wobbuffet. I got him on Christmas Eve, I believe, and then later I got Pikachu, and then I got everyone else later on. And up next we have my Sonic plushies, and for being an avid Sonic fan, I really don't have that much. Like, Shadow, Sonic, Eggman, and Silver are all from Target, which it's for some reason always Target, Walgreens, or CVS I end up finding the gold mines of plushies in. Like, whenever I was younger, I always wanted a Jigglypuff plush, and a Red Yoshi plush, because I ended up seeing Yoshi, Kirby, and Jigglypuff as one big family, and also I had green, yellow, and blue Yoshi, but not red Yoshi. I wanted to complete the quadrio. I ended up finding both Jigglypuff and Red Yoshi at Walgreens or CVS. Crazy. These guys ended up getting at Dave & Buster's, I believe, or some kind of equivalent. I was trying to get Tails with the Eggman, and I ended up peeking through the tops of the boxes trying to find out like what the characters were, and that's what I get for cheating, because I ended up getting this. But honestly, I don't really mind this one too much. And this is just like a little boom Amy with a giant ass head. At one point I ended up putting like a little paper outfit on her to be closer to the regular modern Amy, because that's what I wanted, but eventually I just ended up taking it off. I wanted to make a new one, but I kind of lost interest. I don't really do like playing with my plushies anymore. I kind of want to do that. I thought about doing that more specifically because I wanted to do show stuff, like show stuff as in something kind of like BFDI, Total Stuff Loft Island, if you ever heard of that, from Luigi Fan. things like that. Anyways, let's go back to the plush stuff. And down here we have all of my miscellaneous. We got Bear, Dinosaur, um, Flapjack from Owl House, uh, my remnants of my Angry Birds plush collection. I actually had the original. I actually had like the Red and Shuck plushies that were the original designs, not the movie designs that had the speakery boxes in them. But I guess those got sold in the garage sale. And as for, I ended up having like pretty much every other like Angry Birds movie plushie, but I think I gave all those away. So now I just have these guys. I also found Fox at Walgreens. Same with Fire Luigi. This little Squishmallow that I found at Walgreens, who I ended up making into a companion to a D&D character. So that's nice. And here we have my Kirby plushies. I ended up getting this one a while ago, you can probably tell. This guy and this guy came from Barnes & Noble. My stepmother ended up getting them for me. I also found this guy at a flea market, although I usually just use him to as something for my door to just hit so that it doesn't slam into the shelf. Here, let me... Tape isn't really all that good at doing that, but let me just give a demonstration. Yeah. And over on this side we have Bendy and Boris. I have never played Bendy and the Ink Machine. It was something that my sister got me for my birthday, and they came with a free game, which I never used. So, yeah, this is like a little Hermione small plushie that I think I got from my sister as like a hand-me-down or something. A little dapper eagle with like some Monster High dress pieces, little pencil topper Angry Birds plushies. I ended up having like a good amount of the other birds. Like I had Red, Shuck, Bomb, a single Blue, and Matilda, but I didn't really want to keep all of them, so I ended up just sticking with these guys since I really like them. And yeah, I got this little bee from like the, what was it, the Lake Dardanelle Center, Lake Dardanelle. I'm not really sure, but it was made from recycled bottles, so that's cool. We also got this little Among Us guy. That was a bootleg. And my little amigos. Bunch of other random guys too. Just, yeah, I used to have like more plushies than these, but I kind of had to cut down, and honestly, I definitely would not want that many plushies again, because I already have too many already. Like, I end up getting rid of some, and then I keep getting more. Things like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I end up using just these random little plushies in shorts sometimes. And this one is actually my profile picture. And I ended up taking a picture on this blanket specifically, which is now being displayed on my wall. And I was an idiot at the time because I didn't realize that this is Bomb Kirby, this is Sleep Kirby, but honestly I like it too much, I don't really want to change it. The Kirby Shrine, Pikachu, Rock Collection. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just showing off random things in my room. I know this is meant to be like a plush tour, but I'm just making it work. A little Chocolate Factory model kit that I made. Pretty neat. Yeah, sometimes it ends up getting stuck on this part, sometimes it gets stuck on this part, but apart from that, it's like really nice. Little Mario Kart Hot Wheel collection. This one was like 20 bucks, and no, this one was like 20 bucks, and a very good friend of mine from high school, shout out to her, ended up getting it for me for Christmas. and she's absolutely amazing. She has a lot more detail compared to everyone else, and I had to unscrew like 2 screws just to get her out. So that's lovely. And a bunch of other stuff. Just Legos, Lego Sonic, Pokemon stuff, things like that. I'll see if I can dust this off at some point. I think that's everything else. I think that's all that I can think about showing. So, yeah. Take care. Have a good one. All that jazz. Toodles. Okay, yeah, I completely forgot to show off this side of my plushies. So, here is my Mario Build-A-Bear stuff. Just little Build-A-Bear Bear Mario, Build-A-Bear Bunny Peach, Build-A-Bear Bunny Luigi, and Build-A-Bear Bear regular Yoshi. This is actually something that I was working on for like a little show that I was doing. I called it Fight Frenzy, where it was Mario, Sonic, Pokemon, and Kirby characters, 4 from each series, and it's something that I still have interest in putting on YouTube, but the thing is that I ended up doing a lot of these competition stuff before whenever I was younger, but I never filmed it, and honestly I'm pretty glad that I didn't because they were shit. This is one of the characters from that. His name is Big Josh. I specifically designed him to look like a SoundCloud rapper. I also just threw on a mask that I ended up getting for a high school masquerade because why not? There should be some sunglasses. Okay, no, not sunglasses, headphones for him, but I guess they fell off or something. He also has like a little egg necklace right there, so there. And we got this little penguin that I'm good. Yeah, that's the thing about my ceiling, it's really low. I just really hit my head really bad. You know, I'm just keeping it in, I don't care anymore. So this is just a little penguin that I ended up putting stuffing in myself at my college. And here's a little classic Sonic guy that has Velcro on his hands. He's meant to hold hands with like coinciding tails thing. You can just... I ended up doing this just because I was interested in what it would look like. Honestly, he looks kind of cuter. And I did that wrong. There. I don't know, I just really like it. I know it might be ruining it, but I don't care. And here's my third Squishmallow, the little Sonic right here. And by little, I mean he's the biggest Squishmallow that I have. And this random lion that I ended up getting, who's pretty cool, from the San Diego Zoo. And this little anxiety bunny with the little painting that I did for youth group at church. Fun thing about this guy is that he has a little zipper, and whenever you go inside, there's little guys inside. Meh. And by little guys, I mean plural. I only there. There's 2, and that's it. I don't really know what else to showcase, so yeah, sorry for the awkward silence. I was just trying to put the little guys back in the bunny. So here's my game collection, just randomly. Yeah, don't ask why I have the PAL version of Mario Kart 8 specifically. It was just delivered from Amazon. Also, here's my Wii games. I actually had like a bunch more, but I ended up donating. At one point, I didn't have a TV that didn't work with my Wii, so I ended up donating a lot of my Wii games to the church that I went to so that they would have more. And I do miss some of them, but I ended up picking ones that I wouldn't really miss too much. Like, I already have Kirby's Return to Dreamland on Switch. and it's pretty much the same game on the Wii. It's just that it's missing like one mini game that was on the Wii that wasn't on the Switch version, but that's just kind of pedantic to just be longing over that specific part and nothing else. Like, you can probably find equivalents elsewhere. Oh yeah. Here's my BSI. While that boots up. I end up donating a good amount of my games, so I don't have all too much. Oh yeah, also I had a copy of Pokemon White that I ended up losing on a bus that I'm still salty over. And by salty, I mean very sad. I've mostly moved on, but you know, it still hurts. Got Mario Kart, got Scribblenauts, Kirby, Superstar Ultra, Drawn to Life. I used to have the first one and the second one. I don't know why I only have the second one. Maybe it ended up with my sister. Sonic Rush, Kirby Canvas Curse, New Super Mario Bros. DS, which actually has a hole. I ended up biting into it. Like, it's mostly gone now, but just, come on, focus. Yeah, right here. I got frustrated that the game wasn't working, and I bit into it in frustration. You can still see, like, little thing right there. Still works, believe it or not. Like, it takes some finagling, but you can eventually get it to work. Oh yeah, also I have New Super Mario Bros. Got Brain Age, Flipnote, just a bunch of other stuff. This came pre-owned, and I already had an SD card in it, so that probably is why. I'm literally just including like random stuff I can think of showing off. I know that this was meant to be about like showing off plush stuff, but I don't know. I just kind of like showing off random stuff unscripted. It's fun. But yeah, I think... Oh yeah, here's the pinball machine that I have. I ended up slapping a Sonic sticker that I ended up getting at a Comic-Con on it. These are all my little paper doll drawings. It would take way too long to show all of these off in just this video, so I'll put that into another video. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and take care.